My old Kentucky home is one of the most iconic 19th century homes in America. Named for America's first composer, Stephen Foster's sentimental ballad, My Old Kentucky Home, Good Night, the Federal-style mansion, commissioned by John Rowan, Sr., was completed in the year 1818 and was the centerpiece of a 1,300-acre plantation in Bardstown, Kentucky. In 1795, John Rowan Sr. and his wife Anne Little established a farm consisting of a log home with approximately 325 acres. While occupying the log home, John and Anne commissioned a one-story brick home. John named the farm Federal Hill in honor of the Federalist political party. In 1812, John plans to have a three-story mansion house constructed. The house contains 13-foot-tall ceilings on all floors and rooms 22 by 22. The home is designed in the Federal style, a popular architectural canon during the time period. In 1818, after 6 years of labor conducted by both enslaved people and freedom carpenters, work is completed on the Federal Hill Mansion. The materials are mostly created by enslaved people, while hired tradesmen and journeymen constructed the building. Federal Hill Farm increased over 1,300 acres in total at that time. In 1828, Charlotte Foster, sister of the famous American composer Stephen Foster, traveled from Pittsburgh to visit the Rowans and Federal Hill. Charlotte also traveled to Louisville to stay with the Rowans' cousins, the Barclay family. In 1833, cholera strikes Federal Hill. 8 enslaved servants and 8 family members die as a result. In 1841, Federal's Hill, 3rd floor, burns as a result of a lightning strike. A local carpenter, Alexander Moore, is hired to rebuild the architectural components exactly as the original. In 1843, due to an illness, John Rowan Sr. transfers ownership of Federal Hill to John Rowan Jr., a member of the anti-slaves function in Kentucky politics and ambassador to Italy under President James K. Polk. In 1853, Stephen Foster's sentimental ballad, My Old Kentucky Home, Good Night, is published through Frith and Pond. In 1855, a very tragic event occurs. John Rowan Jr. dies from a broken neck after falling from Federal Hill window sills. His wife, Rebecca, is left to care for their 10 children and the Federal Hill farm all alone. In 1897, Rebecca Carnes Rowan dies at Federal Hill at the age of 84. The estate of Federal Hill transferred to the majority of the Rowan children. The house and all the original contents is left to Madge Rowan. On July 4, 1923, Federal Hill was renamed My Old Kentucky Home in honor of Stephen Foster's My Old Kentucky Home, Good Night, and ownership of the estate was transferred to the Commonwealth of Kentucky as a historic shrine, effectively becoming Kentucky's first state-owned park. The My Old Kentucky Home was made Kentucky's state song in 1928. Tours of the mansion are given daily. They also have campsites, golf, and a gift shop. So if you're ever in Bardstown, Kentucky, make it one of your historic stops. The ballad in this video, in the beginning and the end, is of the ballad of My Old Kentucky Home. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these types of videos. Until next time, guys, let's see what's out there.